Hi everybody, John Myer here for Cloud Field Day 22. Now Infoblox has just presented, and is it DNS? What is Universal DDI? DNS, DHCP, IPAM? Do you have DNS for cloud, private cloud, on-premise, hybrid? What is it? What about the security? How about we hear from our delegates and what they thought of Infoblox's presentation? Let's do it.
What is going on, everybody? My name is Michael Levan. We just saw Infoblox here at Cloud Field Day 22, and it's awesome to see something coming out where we're going to make DNS a little bit easier. You know, we've had Active Directory, we've had Windows DNS for a very long time. The old joke is it's always DNS, but maybe it doesn't have to be anymore. So awesome session from Infoblox.
All right, thanks folks for, hopefully you watched the live session. My name is Eric Wright. I'm otherwise known as @DiscoPosse on Twitter and LinkedIn and all over. Really glad, oh boy, I tripped over that one, but you're not gonna edit it out, so I'm just gonna keep on blasting. With that, Infoblox did a great job. They shared what they're doing around their DDI, extending it with their new Nios X platform. I love centralization. I love the idea that you can find stuff that you didn't realize you had. It's like finding $20 in your pocket, or even more scary, finding that you're spending $20 every week on something that you've allocated in AWS or Azure. So having this idea that you can have one place to go to see your whole environment. And I love that they've got a real bias towards action. It's not just about visibility, but they're moving you towards what you can do with that detail. So with that, I welcome the gorgeousness that is Infoblox. So hope you enjoyed the show, and make sure you go to infoblox.com and check out all their previous presentations at Tech Field Day 2. Super cool.
Hi, I'm Mike Graff, delegate here at Cloud Field Day 22. You can find me on my blog online at cloudadvice.com. Just finished up a really interesting presentation with Infoblox and their Universal DDI solution. I thought it was pretty interesting the way that they're looking to integrate with other DNS solutions from the cloud providers, giving you that single pane of glass to manage the public cloud providers' DNS services. So I thought that was interesting. I also thought their solution around DNS threat protection was pretty interesting. I think it's going to be more interesting when they can integrate that with the public cloud DNS and get that same level of threat protection in there. I think the thing with Infoblox that people don't often talk about, and the reason why it's not universally adopted, is the price, right? So it's a great solution, but it is expensive for some smaller businesses to implement. So that's, I think, still a blocker for some folks.
How's it going? I'm Matt Orford here at Cloud Field Day 22. We just had Infoblox present to us for a couple of hours, and there was a lot of fantastic content in there. They do a lot of stuff I wasn't really aware of. I really liked their story. It was heavily around DNS and the management between different cloud platforms and on-premises. And what I liked is that they don't force you into using their product. They fit in and they meet you where you are. So if you want your cloud team to continue using Azure DNS or AWS Route 53, they can continue doing that. It'll sync back to Infoblox. The network team can use Infoblox as they have been for years, and it gives you that centralized management as well. So I really like that part of their story. There was a lot around security. I think there's a lot for them to unpack, potentially at a security field day here as well. We got a little dabble into that and how they can help protect organizations, because DNS are at the root of a lot of those attacks. So I found that quite interesting. And I've got a lot of research and follow-up to do myself. So really looking forward to that. I think they did a great job here, and I will certainly be looking forward to unpacking more about who Infoblox are and what they can do.
Hi, I'm Ned Bellavance, nedinthecloud.com, and I just watched Infoblox present about how it's always DNS. You think it's not DNS, and then you look into it, and it turns out it is. DNS is such a core part of how your network functions. And if you don't take steps to manage it effectively and protect it, you can be in for a world of hurt. And especially as you expand to multiple different clouds or even multiple data centers and branch offices, you can have DNS sprawl. How do you get visibility into all the different places where DNS is being managed and queried? Infoblox thinks they have a really good solution, and based off their presentation, I agree.